Hi friends, Beth here. We are here to do some kids and tween yoga, but anybody can do this and it might be fun as a family as well. I've got my son Ryan here with me. Thanks so much for being here, Ryan.
Welcome.
How are you feeling today?
Good, how are you?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to do some yoga breath. So first let's create our yoga seat. Right down on the floor, feel yourself settle down into the carpet or if you have a yoga mat, that's great, but you don't need one. Sit crisscross applesauce, cross-legged just like this, beautiful. And then we want to have a nice tall spine. We want to sit up really tall. So let's take a couple of shoulder rolls. Bring your shoulders forward, up, and back, and down. Forward, up to the ears, back behind us, and then down. Take a big breath in through your nose as the shoulders come up to the ears, and then side away through the mouth as they roll down and back. Can you do that one? Let's do that one again, right? Ready? Big breath in, and then side away through the mouth. Let's try that one more time. I'm telling you, this videoing is not easy. Let's try it again. Ready? Breathe in. And then sigh it away. Good job. There we go. No, I'm not cutting that out. We're rolling. All right. So now that we are sitting up nice and tall in our yoga seat, anything we do today, if it doesn't feel good, you're the boss. You don't have to do it. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let's do some yoga breath. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. We're going to start breathing in and out only through our nose. So softly press your lips together. Maybe close the eyes if that feels okay, or look down at the floor. And we're going to start to make our inhales and our exhales longer. We can count to 3 to figure out how long they might want to be. I'll count them out. Let's breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, and then breathe out through the nose. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Count the numbers in your head, and you can release your hands down to your knees if you like. So this is a very calming breath. Why are you laughing?
I fell asleep and it stings now.
Oh boy. If something falls asleep, you should probably move it around. So let's get moving. Go ahead and roll over your knees and come to a tabletop position with your hands right underneath your shoulders and space between your knees so they're underneath your hips. We're going to take cat and cow movement. So when you take a breath in, let your belly drop down toward the sky, toward the grass, and the crown of the head, and your hips, your seat reach up to the sky. And then press the floor away, make a round back like a cat, like the letter, or like a rainbow. Inhale, let your belly come down. So it's like the letter U. Exhale, breathe out, press the floor, press into the floor so that you can round your back. Inhale, belly lowers. Breathe out, round your back, and then make your table again. All right, so we're going to come into some table balancing. Lift your left leg right behind you, straight out from the hips, and turn your toes down. So flex your foot. Good job. Yes. Nice. Draw your belly button up in toward your spine. And then the opposite hand, maybe it's your right, if you're mirroring us, reaches out in front. And your gaze can go down wherever works for you. Are you breathing? 3 count breaths. Good job, Bri. Good job, friends. It's okay if you have to touch down. And then find table, and we'll go over to the other side. Go ahead and stretch your right leg out, toes point down. And then the opposite arm comes out in front, and reach those fingertips away from your foot. You're doing awesome. Right. And then come back to your tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Draw your belly up in toward your spine. Press the floor away so you're strong through your shoulders. Yeah, awesome. Go ahead and can you lift your knees up just a couple inches? Whoa. Okay, and then bring your hips up to downward facing dog. So your hips come up. Doesn't matter if your knees can straighten all the way. Try to bring your hips back. And then you might bend into one knee and then the other. And we're going to do a yoga-like inchworm. So we're going to try to get some energy out. So I want you to start to walk your hands back as quietly as you can. Bring your hands up to your knees. Take a breath in. And then exhale, start to walk your hands back out. We're going to come all the way out to a high plank. Can you come all the way out to a high plank? Yeah, there you go. Oops. Go ahead, bring your knees down. Your hands are a little far. We want to make sure that our wrists are right underneath our shoulders. Good job, good job. And then bring your belly down. Press into the floor. So now we're going to look like a cobra, like a king cobra. And then lower down. And then we're going to press the floor away. We're on our knees. And then lift your knees up to a high plank and start to walk your hands back. Bring your hands up to your knees. Take a breath in. And then start to walk your hands back out to that high plank. Yes, good, good, good. Yep, so wrists underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees down and then lower to your belly. Good job. Take a breath in. Press your shoulders up away from the mat or the floor and then come down. From your knees, press the floor away and then lift your knees to a high plank and walk your hands back. Bring your hands up to your knees. Take a breath in. Let's do one more. Exhale, slowly walking your hands out to a high plank. Knees come down and then lower to your belly. Take a breath in. Press the floor away. Shoulders come back and then come down. Press the floor away so you're on your knees. Then lift your knees and start to walk your hands back. Bring your hands up to your knees. Take a breath in. This time we're going to hang forward. Bend your knees deeply and let your belly rest on your thighs. And shake out your head, yes and no. Sway a little side to side like this. Yeah, there you go. Nice. You might bend your knees and straighten them. See what feels good. All right, and then start to come to stillness. Energize through your fingertips. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Interlace your fingers and point them. Then we're going to take a standing crescent moon stretch. So a side bend. Take a breath in to come to the center. Separate your hands. Make a cactus or a football goalpost arms. Bend your elbows back behind you. Maybe look up. Good. Bring the arms up overhead. Breath in. Interlace the fingers. Point them. And then bend to the other side. Yeah, good job, Bri. Inhale to the center. Exhale, make those goalpost arms. Maybe look up. Take a breath in. And then exhale to the first side, standing crescent moon stretch. Inhale to the center. Exhale, bend the elbows. Breath in, arms reach up. And then side bend. Awesome. Inhale, stand up, separate your hands. We're gonna do a standing twist. So just here, we'll go toward the blue wall first, okay, right? Take a breath in, and then open your arms out to a T and look to the side. Inhale, arms sweep up. And then exhale, twist the other way. Awesome. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, twist. Good job. And then release and shake it out. So we are going to try some chair pose, but we're gonna flow. I like to keep it moving. So keep your feet about your hips width distance. So some space between your feet, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, that looks good. Bend your knees and sink your hips back, sink your seat back way behind you like you were gonna sit in a chair. And then bring your arms out in front. That'll give you some counterbalance. Can you go a little lower? Can you go a little lower? Nice. Inhale, press the floor away, reach up to the sky, and then swing your arms behind you and let out a sigh. Inhale, arms sweep up, and then exhale behind you. Inhale, arms reach up, and then exhale behind you. Okay, this time, inhale, arms reach up. Can you balance on the tiptoes? Keep breathing. It's okay if your heels have to come down. All right, so now we're gonna try to get into chair pose without putting our heels down. So bend your knees, whoa. Sink your hips back, arms come out in front. Good job, and then come to stand and shake it out. Awesome work. Okay, next we're gonna do warrior two. So bring your weight into, shift your balance over into your right leg, lift your left knee, and then we're gonna step it back behind us. Whoa, and then spin the foot so that your heel is further away and that front foot points straight out in front of you. We wanna bend into the front knee and your back leg stays straight. Looking good. Arms come up to a T. Let's take a look at our back arm. Move your head nice and slow. Is it coming straight out from your shoulder, or is it like down or up or out? Right out behind us. And then go ahead and look forward. In Warrior Two, sometimes we like to do something called affirmations. So affirmations are when we think a positive thought about ourselves. And I want you to think about an adjective that you would describe yourself. I think we'll start with, let's do strong. We're in a really strong pose right now. Go ahead and turn your front palm up, and we're gonna touch our fingers together as we say it. So I'll say it once, and then we'll say it together. You can repeat it. Ready? I am so strong. I am so strong. Awesome. Turn, so the palms up, and then go ahead and take a back bend. Oh, yes, good job. And then come back out to Warrior Two and step forward. Nice work. Bring your hands to your waist, and we're going to the other side. Shift your weight into your left, lift your right knee, and then step it back. And spin the foot down. The back foot, yeah, so your heel can come down. And then your front foot, good job, you know where we're going. Open the arms up. Go ahead and slowly look back toward your back arm and then back to the front. So that gives you a little stretch of your neck actually if you take it nice and slow. Rye, what adjective should be used for this side? I think smart, kind.
Smart.
What are some other words that our friends might like?
Helpful.
Helpful, love it.
Extraordinary.
Ex-
Brilliant.
Extraordinary and brilliant. I love that. Okay, so what one actually do you want to do for this side?
Brilliant.
Brilliant? Love it. All right, let's turn our front palm up. Good. So here we go. I am so brilliant. I am so brilliant. And notice how that makes you feel when you hear those words. And then go ahead and take a back bend. Good job. Come back to warrior two. And before we step to the top of the mat, there's this fun thing we like to do sometimes. It's called jump switch. So you're in this side, and this is kind of like if you were like surfing or something, I don't know. Bend into your knees. Remember this, Rye? And jump switch. Ooh, I got wires. Ready? Bend into your knees and jump switch. Why don't you do it 2 more times? Ready? 1, 2, 3, jump switch. And one more. 1, 2, 3, jump switch. Awesome. And then press off your back leg and step to the front of the mat. Good job. Okay. Next, we are going to do a deep squat. So bring your feet wider than your hips, or wider than your shoulders even. Turn your toes out. Take a big breath in. And then start to sink down. Inhale, come to rise. Exhale down. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, come up. Separate your arms. Come up onto the balls of your feet and twinkle your fingers. Energize. Really get your arms into the story here. Use those arm muscles. Everything is engaged and working. Can you extend your arms, Rye? Really strong? Yeah, awesome. And then let your heels come down and your arms come down. Actually, before we step together, go ahead and now turn your toes in. Just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Take your hands to your waist. Take a big breath in. And then forward fold. Pull your hips back as you come forward toward the ground. Can you bring your hands to your hips, bud? Yeah, and then pull back. And reach your head away in the opposite direction. Yeah, good job. All right, now bring your hands down to the ground. It's okay if your knees are bent. Totally fine. Bring your right hand in the middle. And then your left hand sweeps up for a twist. How does that feel? Okay? And then look down and switch hands and twist the other way. And then look down. Your hands come down to the ground. Bend your knees. Bring your palms all the way down. Bend your knees. And hop your feet together. Good job. And then come to stand. All right. Time for some balancing poses. So you can use the wall if you like. If you want a little help like this. I think we're still in the frame. Okay, so we're gonna do tree pose. Hands come to your waist. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left knee. Turn it out to the side. And then toes can come down so that you have sapling pose. Or you could bring it to your calf muscles, the lower leg below your knee. Or you come above your knee, so not on the knee. And once you feel like you're rooting down through that right foot, and then the top of your head is rising up toward the sunshine like a tree would, bring your hands to the middle, press them together. And then start to bring your hands up like a tree leaf unfurling. Open your arms wide, and maybe it gets windy and you can try to throw yourself off balance, and that's good because that means that you're practicing balance. Good job. And release. Nice work. Now we're going to go to the other side. So switch legs. Lift your right knee. Turn it out. Yeah, there you go. And toes come down or below the knee or above the knee. Envision those tree roots coming down through your foot, holding you steady, holding you in place, so that then you can press into your hands and grow up really tall, and then arms reach up. Spread your branches wide, and then maybe the wind comes. Good balance. All right, awesome. And then shake it out. Okay, one more balancing pose. Let's do warrior 3. So that's like airplane pose. So bring your weight into your first foot. So whichever one you did, if it's your right, start to walk your left toes back. Bring your hands to your waist and then grow tall through your spine. So we're trying to create like a table, balancing on one leg. We'll start to hinge forward. You can bring your arms out in front like Superman, or you can bring your arms behind you like an airplane. You're doing awesome. And then come to stand. Good job. And shake it out. All right. Other leg. Bring it into the left. You can start to slide your right toes back. Hinge forward. And then you can decide where you want your arms. You could have a balancing challenge with your family. Who can hold it the longest? We should do that later. All right, good job, everybody. Okay, we are gonna make our way down for some seated stretches to finish up. Go ahead and bring your big toes to touch. Bend your knees, sink your hips back. Arms might come out, helping you with your balance. Can you bring your seat even further behind you? Can you look down and see your toes? Do you see them, Rai? Awesome. Can you get lower? Can you get lower? So we're gonna get low all the way to the ground. All right, and come to sit. Good job. Bring your legs wide. Toes point up, knees point up. And then bring your right foot in like this. Good job. Go ahead and turn toward your bent knee. Press into the floor, make a tall spine. Good job. And then bend sideways. This hand is going to come down toward the leg, and your other hand comes up and over toward the toes. How does that feel, Rai? Good stretch? Where do you feel the stretch? Ryan? In your ribs? Okay. Okay, take a big breath in, come on up. And then we're gonna switch. Okay, this toe's still pointing up. Turn toward your bent knee, press into the floor, make a tall back, and then bend sideways. Whoop. This arm comes up and over. Good job. Nice work. Now where do you feel the stretch? Breathe deeply. He feels it in his ribs. So when we breathe and we fill our lungs up, we're spreading apart these side ribs. It gives us more space to breathe fully and make us feel better. Go ahead and come all the way up. And then bend your knees. Y'all favorite part. Bring your hands behind your legs. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Can you bring your shoulders back? Back, back, back. Sit up taller. Yeah, and then start to tiptoe your feet back. We're gonna do boat pose. We're gonna do a couple different boat poses. Come to balance on your seat. Maybe lifting your feet up. It's okay if you want to touch down, and it's okay if you want to bring your hands behind you to help yourself stay up. If you're here, maybe you even let go. So this is high boat. Now let's do low boat. Come on up to high boat. Yeah, you got it. And then low boat. High boat. And low boat. High boat. And low boat. High boat. And low boat. One more. High boat. Ah, good job. All right, bring the bottoms of your feet together. You did awesome. Now this one, some people feel like it's more comfy if you bring your feet out wider. And then you can start to come forward. Some people like to draw them in and press on the inside of their legs. Go ahead and come on forward. How you doing, buddy? Ryan. How you doing?
Good.
You ready for Shavasana?
What's that?
Relaxation pose. You know
Oh.
relaxation pose.
Is it like the sun?
Go ahead and come on up. The sun pose?
Like where you do the sunshine thing? Or like...
Oh no, we'll do that in the little kids class though. Bring your knees together. I'm gonna turn sideways. You can keep facing them. And then roll all the way down onto your back. We're gonna take bridge pose. So draw your feet in toward your glutes, your seat. And then press your hips up. And bring them down. And then press up. Press your hips up, right? All the way up, as high as you can go. All the way up like this. And then bring them down. All right, this time I want you to hold up as high as you can go. Bring your feet together, your knees touching, and then stick one foot out. I know. And then bring that foot down. And then the other foot out. And then that comes down. Let's go back to the first side. And down. And then the last side. And down. Awesome job. You guys worked really hard today. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around them. Give yourself a hug. Rock a little side to side. And then take both of your knees and let them fall over to one side. Take a big breath in and sigh it away through your mouth. And then bring the knees over the middle and over to the other side. Big breath in through the nose and sigh it away through the mouth. And then come back to the middle. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest one more time. And then go ahead and reach your feet out and your arms up overhead. Take a big breath in and sigh it away. We're gonna have relaxation pose. So you might even spread your legs out a little bit and bring your arms alongside your body and then close your eyes. And we're gonna rest here for just a moment. And I'm gonna guide you through what in the younger kids classes, I call robot power down. It's also called tense and relax. This is something that you can do if you're having trouble sleeping. So go ahead and make sure that you're cozy. And you might even like to pause the video and get a blanket and put it over you. All right. So once you're lying down again, close your eyes. And we're going to start thinking about our toes. Go ahead and scrunch up your toes as tight as you can. And then let them relax. Think about the muscles below your knees. So all those leg muscles, your shin muscles and your calf muscles, and try to activate them. Try to squeeze them, and then let them be soft and relaxed and heavy. And then think about the upper leg muscles and make them really strong. And take a breath out, sigh it away as you let your legs be nice and heavy. Think about your seat, your butt muscles. Give them a squeeze, and then let everything be soft. Think about your belly. Draw your belly button in and try to make your belly muscles nice and strong. Take a breath in, sigh it away, let your belly be soft. Bring your attention to your hands. Make fists with your hands, squeeze them, and release. Maybe even stretch out your fingers, and then ball them up again, make fists, and make your whole arm strong, and release. Go ahead and take a swallow. Draw your shoulders up to your ears. Breath in, exhale, let it soften. Now we're gonna make all our face muscles scrunch up. Press your lips together, scrunch up your nose, scrunch up your eyes, and release. And now the whole body. Go ahead and tighten everything up, fists, toes, all the way up to your nose. Take a breath in. Let everything go, be soft and heavy and relaxed. And just notice how you're feeling right now. And then bend your knees and walk your feet in. Draw your knees into your chest. And then you can either rock up to seated, or you can turn to one side and press yourself up, coming up to a seat. Thank you all so much for being here for some kids yoga today. It was awesome to practice yoga with you. Thank you, Ryan, for being here.
You're welcome.
And at the end of all of my yoga classes, I like to say thank you in sign language. So hands, fingertips to exactly to your chin. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.